Have you ever wondered how it feels to live like a king or queen? Imagine the grandeur and magnificence of royal life, residing in palaces and castles that are architectural marvels. These structures, often steeped in centuries of history, are a testament to the craftsmanship of a bygone era. It's not surprising to see the public's fascination with royalty. The allure of extravagant lifestyles, the opulence, the power and the prestige, it all weaves an enticing narrative. The lives of royalty are often shrouded in mystery, adding to their appeal. Palaces and castles, the tangible representations of this royal life, are an integral part of this fascination. Their towering structures, intricate designs and luxurious interiors are a sight to behold. They're more than just buildings, they're a symbol of a nation's history, culture and power. So, let's delve into the history of some of the world's most beautiful palaces and castles, because who doesn't want to live, even if just for a moment, like a king or queen? Imagine walking through the gilded halls of the Palace of Versailles. As your steps echo on the marble floors, you can almost hear whispers of the past, when this palace was the epicenter of an absolute monarchy under the reign of Louis XIV. Constructed in the 17th century, Versailles was more than a mere dwelling for the monarch. It was a physical embodiment of the king's divine right to rule, a testament to his power and prestige. Louis, known as the Sun King, wanted his palace to reflect his radiant glory, and indeed it does. Versailles is a marvel of Baroque architecture with its intricate facades, ornate decorations and expansive gardens. Every inch of the palace, from its grand entryway to its opulent hall of mirrors, was designed to impress and intimidate, to leave no doubt about the king's absolute authority. But Versailles was not just the king's home or even his court. It was the beating heart of France, where the king conducted the business of the state, where nobles jostled for favor, where art and culture flourished. Versailles set the standard for royal residences across Europe, its influence felt in the design of palaces from Madrid to Vienna, and yet for all its grandeur, Versailles also played a role in the demise of the monarchy it was built to glorify. The palace's extravagant cost, coupled with the king's lavish lifestyle, contributed to the financial crisis that ultimately sparked the French Revolution. Versailles, once a symbol of the king's power, became a symbol of royal excess. Today, Versailles stands as both a historical monument and a work of art. Its gilded halls and manicured gardens attract millions of visitors each year, drawn to its beauty, its history, its stories of kings and queens, revolution and change. Versailles, a testament to the Sun King's power, continues to shine bright. Let's journey back to the Middle Ages, to the towering stone fortresses of Europe. From the frosty peaks of Scotland to the sun-drenched plains of Spain, the landscape of medieval Europe was dotted with these lofty bastions of stone and might. They were more than mere buildings. They were symbols of power, statements of wealth, and above all, formidable fortresses designed to protect and assert the authority of the nobility. Now, imagine the architectural prowess it took to erect these colossal structures. Without the convenience of modern machinery, every stone had to be painstakingly quarried, transported, and laid by hand. The walls, often several feet thick, were built to withstand the onslaught of siege weapons. The towers, soaring high above the surrounding land, offered a vantage point for spotting incoming threats. Moats, drawbridges, and portcullises added layers of defense, while the keep, the heart of the castle, housed the lord and his family. But these fortresses were more than just military strongholds. They were also centers of feudal life. Within their walls, a microcosm of medieval society unfolded. Here, the lord held court, dispensing justice and governing his lands. Here, knights trained for battle, minstrels performed, and craftsmen plied their trades. Here, lavish feasts were held, alliances were forged, and history was written. As we delve deeper into the history of these fortresses, we begin to see how they evolved over time. Initially, they were simple wooden Motte and Bailey structures, but as the Middle Ages progressed, they transformed into the imposing stone castles we associate with the era today. This evolution was driven by advances in both architectural design and military technology, reflecting the dynamic nature of medieval society. Despite the passage of centuries, many of these towering fortresses still stand, some in ruins, others impeccably preserved. They serve as a testament to the skill and ingenuity of the architects and builders of the Middle Ages. These medieval structures stand as enduring symbols of a bygone era. Now, let's travel to the Indian subcontinent, home to some of the world's most opulent palaces. In India, palaces are not just monumental structures of grandeur, they are the canvas of a country's rich cultural, historical, and architectural tapestry. Spanning epochs of dynasties, conquests, and empires, these regal dwellings tell stories of power, beauty, and opulence that have shaped the Indian subcontinent. Let's begin our journey with the timeless Mughal architecture. The Mughals, who ruled India from the 16th to the 19th century, left an indelible imprint on the country's architectural landscape. Their palaces are famed for their intricate detailing, domed structures, and expansive courtyards. A perfect example is the Red Fort in Delhi, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Its red sandstone walls encase a world of lavish pavilions and palatial apartments where the Mughal emperors once lived and governed. The fort's architecture is a blend of Persian, Timurid, and Hindu traditions, reflecting the multicultural spirit of the Mughal Empire. Moving south, we encounter the palaces of Rajasthan, known for their stunningly detailed frescoes and mirror work. These palaces, often perched atop hills or within formidable fortresses, were the residences of Rajput kings. The city palace of Udaipur, for instance, is a marvel of marble and granite. Its multitude of towers, domes, and arches overlook the azure waters of Lake Pichola, creating a breathtaking tableau. Not to be overlooked are the palaces of southern India, characterized by their Dravidian architecture. The Mysore Palace, a splendid synthesis of Hindu, Muslim, Rajput, and Gothic styles, shines as a beacon of southern opulence. These palaces, each with their distinct aesthetic, have played pivotal roles in Indian history. They have been the seats of power, the sites of historic treaties, and the backdrop for legendary tales of valor and romance. These palaces are not just relics of bygone eras, they are living embodiments of India's diverse cultural heritage, each stone whispering tales of the times that have passed. These palaces are reflections of India's rich cultural heritage. But what does the future hold for these grand edifices? As we delve into the coming years, the role of palaces and castles is evolving. These magnificent structures, once homes to the elite, are now windows to the past, captivating millions of tourists each year with their rich history and intricate architecture. But they're more than just relics of a bygone era. Efforts are underway to preserve these architectural marvels. Conservationists and architects work tirelessly, using a mix of traditional techniques and modern technology to restore and maintain these symbols of our shared heritage. These efforts are not just about preservation, but about storytelling. Each stone, each carving, each room has a tale to tell, a piece of the human narrative, and as these palaces and castles are lovingly preserved, they continue to share these tales with generation after generation. As we continue to marvel at these architectural wonders, we ensure their stories continue to be told. So there you have it, a glimpse into the world of royalty. We've traveled from the grandeur of the Sun King's Versailles, with its opulent hallways and intricate gardens, to the stoic fortresses of medieval Europe, standing as indomitable reminders of a bygone era. And who could forget the vibrant colors and exquisite artistry of Indian palaces, a testament to a rich cultural heritage. Each of these magnificent structures tells a story, not just of the kings and queens who lived within their walls, but of the people who built them, the societies they were part of, and the eras they represent. Exploring these palaces and castles gives us a chance to step back in time and better understand the fabric of our shared history and diverse cultures. So if you've enjoyed this journey through the annals of history and want to keep exploring the wonders of architecture and history, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating explorations.